What's up, YouTube? I'm Michael, and behind the camera is Ellie. We are the Bill Paying Hobbyists. I wanted to try my hand at something we did last year, so Ellie and I talked about it and found this Cigar Tube kit that has a built-in humidor from rockler.com. Then she looked around and found this Coolabah burl. Coolabah is a eucalyptus species native to Australia. These two together are going to make a beautiful pair. I need to make sure I'm extra careful when cutting and drilling this blank. Ready? Give it a... Let's get to it. All right, here we are in the garage. We're at the bandsaw and we're getting ready to cut this huge piece of Coolabah for the cigar tube. I'm gonna bring you in and show you how I'm gonna use this sled to get these cut down to the size I need. How this works is this tube will go here, and then you have this handle. It'll set there. I pull that in tight, sets that up. It almost wants to go, that tube almost wants to go in there, but we're good. And then you rest your blank up against here and you cut it. It'll make the blank the length you need for your tube. There's an adjustment knob here that I can make it longer, so I can make my blank longer if I want to, or shorter if I put it all the way flush to this stop here. It will make my blank the same size as my tube. I like to leave a little bit extra so I have room to play with. And the first thing I want to do is cut my long one. I've got a nice bow. You see it better that way, I think. So I need to find the longest piece that's going to be flat enough, which it looks like it's going to be this end. So I want to go this way. My tube here, set that there, and safety glasses, always nice and slow, take our time. So I made my mark so I can line up my grains after I turn it, and I'll have to do some internal lines to mark so I know where everything is. Now, they're gonna be pretty far apart, so it doesn't matter that much, but you know, consistency, I like to keep it the same. So these are all drilled up, or cut, they're not drilled yet. Pretty good length, I got room to play with. So now we're gonna head over to the drill press and get these monster 1 1/16 inch holes drilled. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. So here we are at the drill press. We're getting ready to drill these enormous blanks, the Coolabah, for the cigar tubes with puppies and this 1 1/16 Forstner bit. This is the one I have to be really careful on to make sure I get as close to the center as I can all the way through, because the blank was a little bit off center. I think I may have cut the bow out of the blank a little bit, but I think we're gonna be all right. So I'll bring you in closer and show you how all this works. First thing we need to do before we do anything is find the centers of these two blanks. This blank is covered with wax that helps seal it in when they stabilized it. I cut this side, and I could mark it very easily here, except I know that's pretty much square with everything, so I'm gonna mark this side, and then we'll mark that one. So to find your centers, you just want to draw a line that connects each corner, the corners together. Just like that. And then do the same thing on this side. And we're going to take our time. Now when I get to the bottom, actually, I'm gonna set the stop on this because I don't want to drill all the way through the bottom. I just want the point to come through, and then I'm gonna flip it over. Now we can get these over to the bench and get them all epoxied up after I clean up this mess. All right, here we are. We're getting ready to glue up these monsters. And these take a little bit of prep work. They're a little different than the normal pen tube blanks. Now these have a texture to them, but they are painted. The instructions didn't say anything about sanding your tubes before you do it. I think I am gonna give it a little sanding, but these edges are gonna be visible in your cigar tube because you have caps and stuff that screw on and off. So they say that you should take some painter's tape and at least cover the edge and the inside. You want the inside to be clean because the inside will be seen as well, and you don't, I normally scrape out my tubes with an X-Acto knife when it's time to get them cleaned up and ready for the bushings. They don't want you to do that because you don't want to scrape off that black anodize. You're not going to get it back on there unless you're going to spend a lot of time painting it on there. So we'll just take some painter's tape and we'll protect the edges. Two-part epoxy. Stir it up for 30 seconds. I've been saying this wrong for a while. It's 5 minutes of working time. And then I think the cure time, now that Ellie had reminded me, I think the cure time is an hour for this stuff, but I like to let it sit for 24 hours so it'll cure, so I know it's completely cured. It's gonna take a lot of epoxy. We may have to go to the store and get more epoxy. These bad boys are glued up. We may let this one sit for 48 hours before I turn these. I just want to make sure because they're really big. I mean, look at that big old split right there. All right, all done. And we'll get those turned when they're ready. And we're getting ready to turn these big bad boys. And the first thing I need to do is get rid of this tape so that I can get the glue out of the way. And I'm just gonna use my X-Acto knife and put some glasses on. And I'm gonna cut in the center and pull the tape off because I don't wanna mess up the inside of these bushing, the tubes, not the bushings. I don't wanna mess up the inside of the tubes. And I don't want to scrape the paint off the edges of the tubes either.
My camera.
Did I kick the camera?
Yep.
Sorry. So we're ready to start some turning. We're at the lathe, and I set this up to show you I could turn both of these at the same time. However, they are very close together, and if you remember, this one was a little bit curved, and I got kind of a weird angle here. So I don't want to cut them both together because I don't want to catch corners. I'm going to do them one at a time and do the top half first, get it round, and then I'll do the bottom half. I just feel more comfortable doing it that way. Alright, now what we need to do is square off the ends, and I'm gonna use the tried and true method that we've always used in the past with the sanding disc. For that, I had to make a special punch pin, so to speak. This, I had to turn this to fit into here to hold these blanks because they're so big. So that'll slide on here, it'll keep it perpendicular, and we'll square off the ends with the sanding disc. All right, so we're gonna use some mercury adhesives, thin CA glue, and I'm just gonna coat this in really good so I can fill in those gaps in the knot holes. We'll let it dry and then we'll sand it off. So I need to turn my lathe down first because 900 is way too fast. So we'll go, yep, that glue will go everywhere. Let's do 360. Now from here, a good thing to do is to check it. And what you're looking for is any dull spots that might have happened. If you have dull spots, like it would be dull like that bushing is right there, it means that you knocked some of the finish off when you were sanding it to make it smooth. And I don't see any yet, so we're gonna continue on. This is a pretty cool kit. I have a few friends at work that will like this. Hopefully they can tell me if the humidor is effective. Thank you. Your time is valuable and we appreciate you spending it with us. If you have a cigar aficionado in your life and want to give them a one-of-a-kind gift, leave us a comment and we can work out the details. Please do something nice for a veteran today. See you next week. We love you. If you have a cigar aficionado,